This is Crown TV Africa, and on today's episode, we're asking just this question: what is the difference between the one who is faithful and the one who isn't? Follow us as we listen to their opinions. In your opinion, what do you think is the difference between a man who is faithful and a man who is unfaithful?
Okay, in my opinion, I think it all comes down to how disciplined the guy is.
Mm,
So men are like they prefer to stay like with just one spouse, like they just prefer just one person, while some just marry and then be like, okay, I'm not satisfied with just my wife and stuff like that.
mm,
So I think that's just basically how
mm,
to just wrap it in a nutshell.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. In your opinion, what do you think is the difference between the man who is faithful to his partner and the man who is unfaithful to his partner?
Okay, so well, as you can see, I'll go in a legal way. So a
The
man
law.
who is a man who is faithful to his partner, right, according to the law, is one who has fulfilled the position of the law. So let's put moral aside. Let's look at it by the law, right? So the law requires that while a marriage contract is existing, you can't go ahead to contract another marriage, right? And if the moment you contract another marriage, that means you have committed the offense of bigamy, and bigamy is a criminal offense. So, on the face of the law, if you've contracted another marriage, right, that means you are unfaithful. But any other one, so take for instance, a man has, in quotes, side chicks, right? In the eyes of the law, he has not committed any offense. He has not committed anything. But provided, in as much he can fulfill his responsibility to his family, he has not committed any offense. But even if the man now may proceed to contract another marriage, either statutory or traditional marriage, while that marriage is still subsisting, then the law will deem it with that. Nah, this man, you're unfaithful to your wife, and that's the position of the law. However, any other thing is a question of morality and a question of social responsibility amongst ourselves. And I mean, we can drag it back and forth, but it's not the position of the law. So,
All right,
that's
thank
it.
you very much. In your opinion, what is the difference between a faithful man and an unfaithful man?
Um, I would say lack of honesty.
Mm,
A faithful man is someone that is honest, no matter what happens. Maybe probably even messes up or does something that doesn't expect. Um, an unfaithful man would always tell a lie, would try to cover up things, but a faithful man will always tell the truth.
mm,
But I think that's one of the major difference for me. Apart from that, lack of communication,
mm.
lack of proper communication from the man differentiates the faithful man from an unfaithful man. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you very much. That's it. In your opinion, what do you think is the difference between a faithful man and an unfaithful man?
All right. So I think for me, I'll use my relationship with God as like a reference.
Mm,
So basically, if I would say I'm faithful, communication is also one important factor.
mm,
I mean, being honest about my feelings, being honest about my day-to-day activities, just keeping it like in touch.
mm,
But if I was unfaithful, I might not talk to God for like 2 days or 3 days, and in those 3 days, like, what am I doing? Am
mm,
I doing things that God doesn't like or God doesn't want me to do, etc.
mm,
And also, whenever I talk, am I hiding my feelings or am I hiding my worries or pains? Like, am I being vulnerable? Because at times I can struggle with wanting to do what God doesn't like. I mean, in those instances, it's best to get open and like just talk about differences and etc. But I think if for an unfaithful man to like try to cover up or try to dodge
lacks
questions or
transparency.
yeah, exactly. So I think that's for me what I would say the difference would be.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. There we had it. For some, it's discipline. For some, it's morals. And for some, their personal relationship with God. Let us know what you think on our page on the comment section. Please don't forget to like.